In the last section, we set the initial data, which describes the initial state of the reservoir. As we had already set most of the parameters when building the single well model, the only thing we really had to do was import the maps that were developed in Apprentice. Now we need to set the recurrent data, which describes how we will run out into the future. As with the initial data, most of these parameters were set when we built the single well model, so there really is very little to do. We could change the run control or the type of output that we want, but we really don't need to. We do need to set the well description for the wells we imported from Apprentice. Here we see the wells that were digitized in with Apprentice. Well 1 is the well that was in our single well model, and we don't need it, so we'll delete that one. We will set all of our wells to be oil rate specified producers with a target rate of 2,000 barrels per day and a flowing bottom hole pressure of 200. Once we've set this for one well, we can copy that well description and paste it in for the other wells. Notice that Control V is the control key for doing the paste. From here on, we'll just click on the well and use Control V to set the data. Now we must set the completions for all the wells. This was easy when we were working with the pattern model. We knew exactly where the gas oil and water oil contacts were. Now it's much more difficult as we're working with structure maps. Merlin can help us though. We'll ask Merlin to complete in the oil column for all wells. Any cell that is at least 80% in the oil column we'll complete in. We specify a well radius and a skin factor, and Merlin will calculate the PI in the cells that need to be completed. Notice that for well 4, it will be completed in the bottom 2 layers in our model. Well 5 will be completed in layers 2 and 3. Layers 1 must be in the gas cap, and layers 4 and 5 must be down in the water zone. Well 2 is completed in the bottom 3 layers in our model, while well 3 and well 1 we really found that they had no completions. That's because they were actually delineation wells and missed the oil column entirely. This is all we need to do to set the well descriptions. We could enter history data, but for this run we will not. The model has now been completely set up, and we are ready to run it. As the full field model takes a bit more time to run than the single well model, we will not show it running. We will discuss the results of the run in the next section.